It would just lead to an argument. It's your turn to give me some money now. Hurry up and just hand some over.
No, I'm not giving you anything. Maybe you shouldn't be going out today if you don't have the money then. Why should I give money to you? I have no obligation to do so at all.
That's it. I've had enough of you. Do you want to get in trouble with Dad or not? He'd be really mad at you if he finds out that you refuse to help me out. Do you want me to tell him about this? You know that Dad basically believes anything that I say. I can make it sound like you did something terrible to me. Let's see. I could tell him that you stole money from me and that you're not giving it back. That would force you to give me some money too. I bet that he'd give you a good beating. Is that what you want? Do you really want to make Dad angry? We both know how scary he can be when he's angry.
Don't you dare try and cause trouble like that. I haven't done anything wrong at all. Why can't you just leave me alone? I don't ever do anything bad to you.
Well, you're being terrible by not handing the money over to me. Why don't you just hand over the money so we don't have to argue about this? If you don't, then I'll contact Dad right now and see what he has to say. You know that Dad prefers me to you. When has he ever taken your side? Unless you want to get into trouble, I suggest you send some money over to me. I'll pay you back sometime in the future. I have no idea when that is gonna be, but it'll happen one day. In the meantime, I need the cash to go and have fun with my friends.
I absolutely hate you. I don't understand why you would want to treat me like this. How can you threaten me like this using Dad?
Hurry up and send the money! I don't want to wait any longer. Send the money or I'm gonna contact him.
Okay, fine. I can't believe that you're really doing this. I just sent you $60. Happy now? Please just leave me alone.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, this rule applies to any money that Mom gives you in the future. You have to send me some of it. It's a nice feeling to help your brother out, isn't it? Don't you agree? Who ate the mango? Tell me who it was. It was you, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, that was me. I was hungry, so I ate some of it.
What made you think you could do that? That was not for you.
What's wrong with eating some of the mango? I was really hungry, so I thought I could have some. We share everything that's in the fridge, right?
I bought that for your brother. It was for him to eat, not you. He really likes mango as it's his favorite fruit. It's also really good for his body, too. I can't believe that you would go ahead and do something this vile. If you want to eat something from the fridge like that, you should at least ask me first.
There was a lot of mangoes, so I didn't think it'd be a problem if I ate some. There's plenty left for him, isn't there? I only ate like 3 or 4 pieces.
You ate 3 or 4 pieces? Unbelievable. You're such a greedy pig, aren't you? I don't care if you were hungry. You should have asked me about this in advance. You never learn, do you?
I'm really sorry, Dad. I didn't think that it would be this big of a deal.
Why are you so hungry all of the time? You're a girl. You shouldn't be eating that much food anyway. Is this why you grew too big for your softball uniform? You're always eating. Maybe you should actually lose weight? That might help you get better at softball, you know.
I only ate a few pieces of mango. Is it really something to get this mad over? Don't you think you're overreacting to this just a little? Some young people do really bad things like taking drugs or drinking alcohol. All I did was eat some mango. Also, some of the things that you just said to me were really offensive.
Don't answer back like that. You need to shut your mouth when I'm scolding. I need to discipline you like this or you're gonna turn into a big fat pig one day. I also don't want you growing up into a thief at all.
I didn't exactly steal anything. It was in our house, so I thought it would be okay for me to eat it. I didn't realize it was specifically for my brother. I think that this is all insane. I don't think he'll mind that much anyway.
You shouldn't be eating his stuff. If you want something, then buy your own stuff. I don't know why you're trying to brush this off like you've done nothing wrong.
Oh my god, this is just so frustrating! Why do you treat me as if I'm not a member of this family? I'm your daughter, aren't I? You should at least let me eat what's in the fridge without any consequences. I feel like you always treat me like a complete outsider.
Well, you might be my child, but when the daughter gets married, you'll leave for another family. You'll have to spend all your time thinking about them. Your brother will be the one that thinks about me, so it's only natural that I put him first. Who is going to look after me when I'm old? You'll be dealing with your children and your husband's family, right? I don't want to be a poor old pensioner with no one left to look after me. If you want some attention, then go and ask your mom for it.
Nothing that you're saying makes any sense at all. I definitely still take care of you and Mom in the future. It doesn't matter if I get married. I'm your child too. Why do I have to go to Mom to be cared for and treated equally? I feel like you're discriminating against me for no reason. Is it because I'm a girl?
You'll just have to accept that you're not the most important person around here.
Why do you have to talk to me like this? I feel like I'm constantly being threatened and attacked. One day you'll regret that you treated me this way.
Why would I regret it? I still have Max. He'll do everything for me in the future. The only thing I regret is having you as my daughter in the first place.
Hey, Mom! Where are you at right now?
Oh, hey, Chloe. I am sorry, I was just having a nap. How are you, by the way?
I'm really, really happy right now. I finally got what I wanted.
You finally got what you wanted? What do you mean by that?
I finally passed the exam, and I got offered a job at one of my dream companies. I'm going to be working at a big tech company in Silicon Valley. Isn't that amazing? It's what I've dreamed of all this time. I can't believe it. All the hard work has finally paid off for me. I really wanted to tell you about this first.
Wow, Chloe. That's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. I knew that you would make me proud like this. This is really great news for the whole family.
Thanks, Mom. I feel really great, and I couldn't have done it without you. You've always supported me even when I felt like I couldn't go on anymore. I don't know if I'd have gotten this far if I didn't have your support and encouragement.
I don't think it's because of me at all. It was your effort and hard work that got you to where you are right now. I only played a very minor role in what you've managed to achieve.
Mom, it really means so much to hear that from you. I feel like I had to go through so much to get to where I am right now. I think I'm gonna cry.
We should really have a party to celebrate this news. I'll let your dad and Max know about this so that we can celebrate together.
We don't need to have a party, Mom. I don't think either of them would want to see me anyway. I think that Dad doesn't have time for this anyway. I'm pretty sure that he's desperate trying to help find a job for Max. It seems like he's really struggling to find a job. I heard that he's applied to multiple different companies, but it just isn't working out so far. It sounded like he was working very hard to find a job, though.
I don't know where you heard that, but that's not what's happening at all. Max is being very lazy, and that's why he can't find a job. I know exactly what he's been doing recently. He's just been getting drunk every single day. I actually caught him a few times when I went to visit back home. I know it's hard on him right now, but he has to learn to cope with setbacks. I think that he got rejected for one job, and he's been going downhill ever since. It was just one rejection. I can't believe how mentally fragile he is. He's been getting blind drunk several times a week, and that's really not the way to go about things. Anyway, I think we should have a celebration for you as a family. Who cares about what those two think? I think that this will be some good motivation for Max to start looking for a job again. I'll find a suitable place for us to celebrate. Just you wait.
Thanks, Mom. But let's not do something too lavish. I don't want too much of a fuss about this in front of them. I really doubt that they're gonna take this well in any way.
Well, I still think that you deserve a big party after this great news. You've really done something amazing. You've made your dream come true. Don't worry what your dad and brother think about this. They might be a little bit jealous of your success, but they'll just have to deal with it. I'll find a suitable location for us and get everything ready. You just relax and enjoy your moment. Chloe, Do you really have no common sense at all? You seem to be the same mistakes over and over again. Why don't you listen to me when I talk to you? What you did today is absolutely unacceptable.
Oh, hey, Dad. What do you mean by that exactly? I have no idea what you're talking about.
All this boasting about getting a good job. You're just unbelievable. Can't you be a little bit more considerate? You know that your brother Max is finding it a bit difficult to get a job right now. The last thing he needs is you showing off that you've got a nice job. Maybe you could have kept quiet about this. A little common sense would go a long way for you, you know. Maybe you could use your skills to help him get a job instead of bragging about it like this. You disgust me as a human being.
I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't really want to have a big celebration at all, but Mom insisted on this. I really suggested that we don't do anything like this, but Mom seemed to really want to celebrate this as a family. She told me that she thought it might be some good motivation for Max as well. How could I say no to her?
Well, you should have been more forceful in changing your mom's mind. What if your brother does even worse in his search for a job now? What if he can't get a job at all because you disturbed him like this? Are you really going to be able to accept responsibility for this? I'm going to hold you responsible if he's unable to find a job after this.
Why would you blame this all on me? Me getting a job shouldn't affect his efforts to find a job himself. I think that it should actually motivate him to work a little bit harder.
Stop talking back to me like this. Anyway, I'm sure that he's going to find a better job than you soon. There's no way a woman like you should be getting a better job than him. In the meantime, you can give some money to me to help out the family. I need some extra money to support Max right now.
Wait, did you really just ask me for money? Why do I have to hand over money to you?
Well, Max is currently trying really hard to find a job himself. He doesn't have the income to pay me money. On the other hand, you've got a job, so it's only fair that you give us some money.
Why should I help out you guys, though? Do you even know what Max has been doing with himself? I heard he isn't looking for a job at all.
What are you talking about? I think he's been sending out applications to many companies. He's also studying and preparing for interviews. He's trying and working very hard to get a job. That's why I need money from you to support us.
No, he isn't doing that at all. Do you even watch over him at all? I heard he spends all his time drinking alcohol and partying. Mom caught him a few times, and she told me about it all. I also heard that he's got a girlfriend, and he spends a lot of time with her. Why should I subsidize this kind of lifestyle? Why can't he just get a job and pay for himself? I would have thought about lending you guys money if he was actually working hard to find a job, but that's obviously not the case.
I think he's old enough to have a girlfriend. What's the problem with that? It must be a bit stressful for him right now, so I'm sure he needs some time to relax. Drinking is also a good way to calm the nerves. I think you're just trying to cause trouble and make excuses because you don't want to help out other members of the family. How selfish of you. This is why I've always hated you.
Oh my, you really can't see anything wrong with him, can you? I always get the blame and he gets away with everything. You say you hate me and you look down on me, but you never even gave me a chance.
Oh, shut up and stop talking back to me. I hate it when this happens. You're earning money now, right? You found a job, right? You're getting your first paycheck soon, right? Are you going to give me some money or not?
No, I'm not going to give you anything. You guys don't need my money, and I'm not giving it to Max to just waste away on alcohol.
I raised you since you were a baby, and this is how you're going to treat me? The lack of respect that you seem to have for me is just abysmal. I should have just thrown you into the streets while you were still a baby.
How could you say that? You never supported me, so why should I help you now? Besides, I need the money for myself. I wasn't simply born into this world to serve you, you know. I have my own life to live, and my own living expenses to pay for. I'm not wasting my money on you guys. Hey, Mom! I have something that I want to give you.
Oh, hey, Chloe. What is it?
I just sent over $600 to you. It's a birthday present for you from me. I wasn't sure what to buy you for a gift this year, so I just thought I'd send you some money. I saw a really nice dress at the store, but I didn't know if you needed one right now. This way you can decide what's best for you. You can buy whatever you need. Maybe you could even use it as part of your funds for your next holiday.
But do you really need to send such a large amount of money to me for my birthday? You could have just bought something small, you know. There was no need for this.
Don't you worry, Mom. I can afford it now. It's the least I can do considering how much support you've given to me over the years.
You should have just bought something for yourself. There's really nothing I need. I already have everything I want.
Is there really nothing you need to use the money on? Why don't you use it to go on a little holiday? You could even take your friends with you or something. Or you could just buy some food with it. Maybe get something a little bit more expensive than usual. I hope that you can accept it.
Well, this is really kind of you, Chloe. You didn't have to do this, though. You don't need to feel the need to repay me for anything. Moms are supposed to look after their children without expecting anything back. I did everything for you because I love you and care for you. However, if you really insist, then I can't say no to your offer. I'll gladly take the gift from you, and I'll put it to good use.
You did so much for me, and this is so insignificant compared to that. If I didn't have you when I was growing up, then I don't think I would have ever survived. I didn't have a great relationship with my dad or brother, so you were basically all that I had. I couldn't ever repay you fully even if I wanted to.
I'm sorry about it the way you had to grow up. The more I think about it, the worse I feel for making you go through an upbringing like that.
Why are you apologizing? It wasn't your fault at all. I know that you did what was best for me considering the job you were doing at the time.
I'm still sorry about what happened. It was so hard on you.
Don't worry about it. I got through it in the end, and I'm happy with the life I'm living right now. I think in the future I won't have to deal with his discrimination again, and I can be independent and look after myself. Dad actually wanted me to give him some money today, but I refused. I didn't really want to support them, especially considering that Max is turning into an alcoholic and not even looking for a job. I told him the truth about Max's current state, too. He seemed to believe that Max was seriously looking for a job right now.
Wait, so he still hadn't realized the state that Max is in right now?
I don't think he believed me at all, though. He seemed to think that Max was very diligently looking for a job. That's also when he started to ask me for money to support them both.
That's not really right of him to be asking you that. Anyway, you shouldn't worry about them anymore. You go ahead and live your own life from now on.
Yeah, I agree. Let's not worry about them for now. You should go ahead and get some nice dinner or something with the gift I gave you then.
Yeah, thanks so much for this, Chloe. I'll go put it to good use. Chloe, are you seriously playing games like this with me again? I can't believe that you're messing around with us like this. You never change, do you?
What are you talking about all of a sudden, Dad? I have no idea what this is about.
How much money did you give your mom for her birthday? Hundreds of dollars? Are you insane? You should know that I need the money.
Okay, I may have given Mom some money for her birthday, but why are you getting angry about that? It's my money and my choice.
Why are you treating her better than me? It was my birthday last month and you didn't even buy me a present or take me anywhere at all. Why did you give your mom all that money for her birthday instead? Why do you treat her better than you treat me? This just isn't fair at all. This is something that I just can't forgive you for.
Why do you say that it's not fair, though? I think that I have every right to treat you differently from Mom. That's basically what you taught me as I was growing up. You treated me so differently from my brother, so why shouldn't I do the same with you? If you want to receive some money, then ask Max, as I'm sure he'd be happy to give you some money. You spoiled him so much growing up, after all. As far as I'm concerned, he's your only child. I don't really see you as a father at this point, so I don't really feel the need for me to get you a gift.
How in the world is Max meant to give me any money? He doesn't even have a proper job yet. You should know that already. You're the one that managed to find a job, so you should be the one giving me money. We already talked about this before.
Well, he gets money from you, doesn't he? Why don't you just ask him to give you some of that money back? All he does is drink and go to parties, so I'm sure he can give you some money if he stops doing that. He doesn't really need it, and he wouldn't suffer if he gave some back to you. Also, you could try to make him actually look for a job. Then he'd be able to give you some money back. Stop trying to depend on me when you didn't do anything for me growing up.
How dare you talk back to me like that? Why are you talking so badly about Max? It seems to me like you really don't like him or something. You're always trying to cause trouble, and now you're trying to seek revenge for some reason.
Revenge? Does it look like I'm trying to get revenge? Why would I do that? I'm not that kind of person at all. I have no reason to seek revenge. I'm just being honest about the whole situation here.
Actually, it does look like you're trying to get revenge very much. Everything that you say and do to me seems like you're trying to get back at me. You don't treat me very well at all, and then you also seem to be looking down on Max for some reason. I can't believe you would give your mom some money and then not give anything to me. Think of all the things I've done for you, and this is how you repay me? I've raised you as your dad this entire time. It's really not fair, is it? You shouldn't treat us differently as we are both your mom and dad. I've always tried my best to give you everything you wanted, even when it was really hard for me. You could at least give me some money now that you have some. In most people's families, if your dad was in need, then the daughter would do everything in her power to help. You, on the other hand, do nothing for me at all. You're so selfish, it's actually unbelievable. One of my friends went shopping with her daughter recently. The daughter bought him a lot of stuff, and she supports him financially as well. It was a nice way to say thank you for everything that my friend had done for the daughter whilst she was growing up. I wish you'd be a bit more considerate to me.
What are you talking about? Are you serious about what you just said to me? Do you seriously think that you took good care of me as I was growing up? I felt like you were treating me like an outsider, and you favored Max in pretty much every single way possible. Now I'm a grown woman. I have to put myself first. I'm finally independent, and I don't have to depend on you anymore. I don't understand why you're trying to force me to send you money when you've never done anything for me in the past. You've always done the bare minimum for me, and never anything more. Why should I treat you to anything now I have money myself? Life is about give and take, and if you don't give, then you also have no right to take. What do you think is worse? Me not giving you some money now, or the way you treated me growing up? I think the answer is very clear.
Wow, so that's how you're gonna be then. Okay, I get it. Amy, I've had enough already. We need to talk.
What is it, Patrick? You wanted to talk to me about something? Why are you texting me like this all of a sudden?
I've had enough of you and our daughter already. I can't take it anymore. She's unbearable. I hate the attitude that she's been showing to me recently.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Did something happen between you guys?
Yeah, something did happen. She makes me sick. She managed to get a good job and she's earning a lot of money now. She's living a really great life, but she won't do anything for me in return. She treats me like we're not even family members at this point. She doesn't give me any money or do anything to thank me for all the things I've done for her. You think that's acceptable? I feel like the way she's been acting is terrible, and I think that she needs to be punished for it. She gives money to you, so it's not as if she hasn't got any. However, she doesn't choose to do anything for me for some reason. I even asked her directly about it, and she just said no. She said that I didn't deserve to get any money from her or something.
Well, I think she does kind of have a point. You two never got along that well, so maybe it's only natural that she doesn't want to give you any money now. Can you really blame her? I mean, even I could kind of see that you favored Max some.
Whatever the reason is, I can't take it anymore. I'm leaving you both. You both annoy me so much. I want to cut ties with both of you from now on. You can spend your life with her, and I will take care of my proud son Max from now on. We can split up and be two different families from now on. I think that this is going to be the best solution. We are getting divorced as soon as possible. I can't stand my life with you anymore. You don't earn enough money, and I don't want the stress and struggle anymore. From now on, I'll be going my own way in life.
If that's the way you want it to be, then that's fine by me. I was planning to have a conversation like this with you in the near future anyway. I disagree with many things that you did and said. If I'm being honest, I can't stand you anymore either.
Great! I'm glad we think the same way then.
Hey, Max. How are you?
I'm really busy right now, so can't you contact me later?
What are you busy doing? Are you preparing for an interview or something? I know you've had a lot of trouble lately, but I just wanted to tell you that I believe in you. I know that one day you'll get a great job and make Dad so happy. I just thought I should tell you this, as I might be a little distant from you guys from now on.
I'm busy, so that's all you need to know. Stop trying to be so nosy like that. Why do you need to ask so many questions all the time? Just leave me alone if you have nothing important to say to me.
I haven't spoken to you in so long, so I thought I'd see what you were doing.
Well, I'm busy playing a game, so just leave me alone.
Hello, I'm trying to speak to someone about the owner of this mobile phone. Hello? Who is this? How did you get my dad's phone? Oh, so you must be this person's child. I'm sorry, but I have something that I need to tell you. I'm really confused. Just what's going on? There's been an accident and your dad is currently in the emergency room. We are looking for someone to come here and help him. We tried contacting his wife and son, but they didn't reply to the messages at all. We tried over and over again, but nothing came from it. What happened to my dad? Is he okay? We're not completely sure yet. He lost consciousness all of a sudden and the ambulance was called to come save him. He was found by a member of the public and brought to the hospital. We are currently doing some tests to try and find out what is wrong with him. It doesn't seem to be anything serious, but we should do a full body exam just to make sure. Our preliminary assessment showed that he was severely dehydrated. If you come to the hospital, then by the time you get here, the test results may have come through. We'll have a better understanding of what's wrong with him after that. I'll get there as soon as I can, then. Where is the hospital? It's St. Central Hospital. Do you know the place? Yeah, I know where that is. I'll come as soon as possible, then. Thanks for going out of your way to let me know about this. Hey, Chloe. I heard about the news. Is it true that he has cancer? That's right, Mom. Just try not to think about it too much. I know that you guys were planning on parting ways anyway. You just relax and leave this to me.
Chloe, what in the world happened to Dad? Does he really have cancer now? You're definitely going to take care of him and pay for all of his medical bills, right?
I'm sorry to tell you this, but yes, he does.
I asked if you were going to help pay for his medical bills and take care of him. Just answer what I'm asking you to do. I can't do any of it myself, so I think you should do it in my place.
Oh, so now you're trying to rub all of these responsibilities onto me? You're just unbelievable, aren't you? You've basically done nothing correct in your life. I guess this is the result of you being spoiled as the favorite child by Dad. Of course you wouldn't be able to help in a time like this. You useless idiot.
What did you just say to me? I've achieved so much in my life, so you shouldn't be saying that to me. Also, why in the world are you calling me useless? You need to show more respect to me as I'm your brother.
I'm just telling you the truth, whether you like to admit it or not. Dad is very sick, and you're trying to do absolutely nothing about it at all. You're a grown-up, and you still act like a spoiled brat that you've always been. Why should I be the one helping him, when all he did to me growing up was treat me like a complete outsider?
It doesn't matter how he treated you. He's still your dad. Well, I would try to help Dad out if there was anything I could do. But right now, I'm not in a great position to be doing that. Anyhow, I'm sure you can deal with all this mess for now.
When will you ever be in a good position to help Dad, then? It honestly doesn't feel like that day is ever gonna come at this rate. Tell me when that's gonna be if it's ever gonna happen. Maybe it's about time you stop playing computer games and going to parties all the time. You should actually make better use of your time by actually looking for a goddamn job.
Oh, stop trying to boss me around like that. Someone is going to have to pay a lot of money for Dad's medical bills. You know that, right? You should definitely be the one to do it.
Do you not have any feeling of responsibility at all? Do you not even care about your own dad? He raised you since you were young, and now that he's got cancer, you're not going to do anything to help him? He basically gave you everything that you could have ever wanted. You ungrateful brat.
Stop accusing me of being ungrateful. You know I'd help if I was in the position to do so. I just don't really have the time at the moment.
Oh, here you go with your excuses again. You just don't seem to care for him at all, do you? You're not even going to spend any money or go to the hospital to visit your own dad. You're just going to sit there drinking and playing games in your room all day. What kind of a person are you? Clearly not someone with a caring heart. I'm just done with you. You disgust me.
Chloe, did you speak with the doctor about my health conditions?
Yes, I spoke with the doctor, and they told me that you had cancer. I'm really sorry to hear this. It must be pretty difficult for you.
Yeah, this is absolutely horrendous. I never thought I would end up like this one day. It didn't even cross my mind that I could get a terminal illness like this. However, I'm so glad that you're here to help me. I definitely wouldn't have been able to afford all the medical bills myself. Hurry up and go pay the hospital for me. I'm gonna need a bunch of extra money to spend to cheer myself up as well.
What did you just say? You're not serious about what you just said, are you?
Of course I'm dead serious. I have cancer now, so you must be really worried for me. I'm sure you're going to do your best to help me out here. I know I can rely on you. You're my daughter, after all.
What makes you think I'm going to help you? I do feel sorry about the situation that you're in, but I haven't forgotten about the treatment that I've received from you in the past.
What do you mean? Of course you're going to help me, aren't you? You're making it sound like you don't want to help or something. You must be really concerned for me. I'm your dad, after all.
Why would I be concerned? I come to see how you were doing, as nobody else seemed to be willing to check up on you. We've gone our separate ways now, though. Don't you remember? You're the one that told Mom that you wanted a divorce from her, and that you wanted to cut ties with both of us.
She told you about that? Well, I don't feel that way anymore. I'm your dad, so it's the natural order of things that you help me out now that I'm sick. You are going to do that, aren't you? You are going to pay for my medical bills at the least, right?
Actually, I don't see you as my dad anymore, so there's really no need for me to do anything for you. Ever since you asked to cut ties with us, we went our separate ways, so we are no longer part of the same family. There's no obligation for me or Mom to help you out. The only person that you should be depending on is your treasured son, Max. He's the one that you didn't decide to cut ties with after all.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're not serious about what you just said, are you? You can't just get rid of people like that. We're related by blood, so we're gonna be family to each other no matter what. You have to support me in my time of need.
I don't see it that way at all. In my opinion, I have no reason to care about you. You walked out on us, and that's the end of it. Our connection was broken, and it won't be restored just because of this illness. You can't try to depend on me after you said that you wanted to cut ties with me. It doesn't work like that.
Wait, but I need someone to pay for my medical bills, and you're my daughter. It just makes the most sense for you to pay it for me. I know you'll do it for me. Who else is going to pay for it if you don't? I need to get treatment, or it's just gonna get even worse for me. You have a really good job, too. You can afford it all with no problem. I tried talking with your brother Max and your mom about this, but they won't even answer my calls. I'm sure they're busy, and that's why they're unable to answer me. I know they'd help me if they had the time. That's why I'm asking you for help. It's so lonely here in this hospital, and there's no one to visit me. It's just me on my own. How can I go on like this? I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand this anymore. What have I done to deserve to be left here alone like this? If I apologize to you, will it make it better? Would you be willing to help me out if I did that?
Do you really think that an apology could make it better? The fact that you're even asking if you should apologize to me is annoying.
I'm so sorry about what happened in the past. I made some mistakes, and I want to let you know that I'm really sorry about it all. You'll always be my daughter, and I'll never forget that. I do admit that I might have favored Max a little more at times, and I was wrong to do that.
Sorry, but it's already way too late for apologies like that. When you cut ties with us, that was the end of it, and there is no turning back. I have no intention of accepting your apology. I also have no intention of paying your medical bills either. You'll have to find some other way to fund your healthcare. Don't contact me or Mom ever again. We're both done with dealing with you.
Wait, don't go yet. Chloe, you can't just leave me like this. I'm just so sorry. I have no idea what else to say to you.
Saying sorry is not going to do anything, as you've already thrown away what we once had. There is nothing to discuss, so don't talk to me ever again. My mom and dad ended up going through with a divorce, and they never saw or talked to each other ever again. It didn't matter that dad had cancer. Neither me or Mom wanted to have anything to do with him at this point. I heard that Patrick was unable to pay the treatment fees, and he kind of forced himself out of the hospital. After he returned home, he was met by Max, who was drunk and playing games on his PC. He didn't seem to be worried about his father at all. Patrick had always been nice to Max. However, this time he just couldn't hold his anger down anymore. He started scolding Max, screaming at him to go find a job and help him pay his medical bills and living costs. However, Max decided to argue back, and they got into a huge fight. They started hitting each other. However, Patrick's body had become weak because of the sickness, and he was knocked down onto the floor by Max. Max decided to leave his dad on the floor and just walked out the house drunk and bleeding. He was never seen again in the neighborhood. However, I did hear that the police were searching for him for what he had done. I wouldn't be surprised if he was in prison right now, actually. Either way, it didn't matter to me. Patrick was in a lot of pain, and he barely managed to call the ambulance before passing out. This time around, he was sent to a special care hospital, where he would not be allowed to leave due to the severity of his condition. He's gonna be all alone, and in so much debt by the time he manages to get out. Well, if he does ever manage to get out.
Dave, where should we go for our honeymoon? Do you have any idea where you want to go?
I'm not sure, really. Everyone seems to go to the Caribbean, so I would rather go to somewhere in Europe, really. You've been to Europe and South America many times, haven't you?
Well, I have, but only with work. It's a bit different to going somewhere on honeymoon. I haven't been to enough places to be able to decide a route for our honeymoon or anything like that. Maybe it would be better to just go to the Caribbean, you know? It's a proper vacation destination after all.
Oh, really? I guess it would cost a lot to go to Europe and stay there. The Caribbean would probably be a better place to go to get some rest by the beach and enjoy the beautiful scenery and delicious food, don't you think? We could even see if we could find a package deal, couldn't we? Look at these.
What's all of that?
I went to some travel agency and picked up some honeymoon brochures from each one.
We could have just looked on the internet. There was no need for you to go to all that trouble.
I know, but it's a lot easier to compare the different ones like this, and somehow it just feels more exciting too. Wow, look at this one. It even includes an hour photo shoot.
Oh, that sounds good. I didn't realize that things like that would be included as well.
You see, the more we look at, the better. I'll have another look around tomorrow. There are loads of amazing places in the world, you know?
Dave, don't you think you might be focusing a bit too much on the honeymoon, though? We've still got to choose the venue and sort out my dress, hair, and makeup. There are so many other things that we have left to do.
Well, a wedding planner can help us with those things.
I thought you said you wanted us to sort everything out ourselves. Why are you suddenly talking about wedding planners and the like?
I'm a very reasonable person, you know? Why are you so surprised that I've changed my mind? We're both busy with work and stuff, aren't we? Don't you think it would be easier if we got an expert to help us with some of the planning?
You might have a point there. Just do whatever you want to do.
Speaking of the wedding, what would you say to me wearing a white tuxedo? You could wear a black wedding dress, too.
What? Why on earth would I want a black wedding dress? That sounds a bit strange, doesn't it?
Lots of famous people have got married wearing black wedding dresses lately, so it's turned into a sort of trend.
Oh, really? I would never have thought of doing something like that.
You aren't doing any planning, are you? You seem to be leaving it all to me.
I guess it does seem a bit like that, doesn't it? I have been looking at a few things, but I don't think I can match your enthusiasm, that's all. Even so, I think we should just stick to the normal colors when it comes to my dress and your tuxedo, if it's all the same to you. I don't want to stand out like that, and I don't want people talking about me either. I just want the day to pass without too much fuss, that's all.
Your wedding day is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I don't understand why you're so unbothered by it.
Well, you're so enthusiastic about it all that I guess I feel comfortable just leaving you to it. I am excited and looking forward to it, though, whatever you might think. We're finally going to be getting married. I can't really believe it's happening.
Right? Me neither. It's been 7 years since we got together now, and it still just feels like yesterday. We must have been really busy for the time to pass this quickly. I really can't believe it's been 7 years already.
We'll have even more time to spend together once we're married. We've just got to get these next few months of wedding preparations over with now. That's all. We can do it.
I'm sure we can. We're just so busy these days, though.
Hi, Jean. It's me. Oh, hi, Kathy. Do come in. I hope the traffic wasn't too bad. Come in and have some lunch. I've made your favorite. Wow, thank you. That looks amazing. You know I can't eat it right now, though, don't you? What? You always eat so well. Why can't you eat it? I made it especially when you said you were coming. Well, I'm on a diet at the moment, you see. We've got to take her wedding photos soon, so I can't eat greasy food like that, you know. What are you talking about? Why do you need to worry about things like that? You're skinny as a rake already. What do you need to go on a diet for? It makes me feel so sorry for you hearing things like that. Still, I have a bit of a belly, so my wedding dress doesn't fit nicely. I'm just trying to get rid of that a bit before the photos, that's all. Even so, just try it, will you? Losing weight by starving yourself really isn't good for you now, is it? Well, if you keep saying things like that to me, I'll want to eat it. Your food is so good that I just can't have one bite. If I try it, I'll end up eating the whole thing, and I can't do that at the moment. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just hurry up and eat it, will you? Okay. Thank you very much for making it for me. I'll eat it. Where's Sarah, by the way? She seems to be really busy these days. I hardly ever see her, even though we live in the same house. Is she dating or something like that? Well, that wouldn't be anything new. She's always changing boyfriends and everything as well. They never last long. We have been together for 7 years now. I guess closer to 8 than 7, to be honest. During that time, both Dave and I have been really busy, so we haven't even been able to think about getting married and wedding preparations. I work in the business department of one of the top companies in the country, so I often have to go abroad for business trips. Dave is also always busy with work, so to us, wedding preparations seemed something of a luxury. However, as time went by and my position at work got higher and higher, my salary also got to a level where we were more comfortable and my business trips also got less frequent. So we started to seriously think about getting married and then wedding preparations. As we'd been dating for such a long time, I knew Dave really well and I believed that we were a good match. Since I got along well with his family, I thought we wouldn't encounter any major problems during our preparations. When we first talked about getting married, they agreed. We set a date for the next spring and slowly started to get everything ready. However, about 6 months after we had started, Dave started to act more and more strangely. So if you look at this one, you can have it with or without decorations, making more room for... Dave? Are you listening? Why do you always seem to be staring into space these days?
What? Oh, okay.
You aren't even listening, are you? Why are you agreeing with me when you don't even know what I said? I was saying that if we consider the number of guests that you're going to invite, if we have the wedding here, we're going to have it without the extra decorations and things. What do you think?
Well, I don't know, really.
What on earth is wrong with you lately?
What do you mean?
If I try to talk to you about the wedding, you don't even answer properly. You don't even listen to what I'm saying most of the time either. You don't seem at all interested, and you won't make any decisions or anything.
Haven't I always been like that?
No, of course not. You were really excited about choosing where to go for our honeymoon before, and you were even talking about which dress would be good for me and things like that. You were even more involved than I was in the beginning. Now, you don't say anything about anything. And if I even mention the wedding, you act indifferently. Is there anything wrong? There's been such a big change in your attitude, that's all. Are you regretting saying that you'd marry me or something? Is that it?
No, it's nothing like that.
Well, what is it then? How am I supposed to know if you don't tell me? I'm not a mind reader. I'm starting to think all sorts, so think it would be better if you just told me what the problem is now.
To be honest, the wedding ceremony seems to be quite a burden, that's all.
What do you mean a burden? Why are you suddenly saying things like that? We've been planning everything fine up until now. You were even more involved and excited about it all than I was.
That was when I didn't know much about it. That's why I could be so excited and enthusiastic, wasn't it? But now that we've got the photos over with, I just feel a bit strange and different about it all, that's all. Taking the photos was so tiring and so much like hard work. I think it just made me worry about how tiring and how much work the actual wedding ceremony will turn out to be, you see? Once I started thinking like that, I started hating the idea of having a wedding ceremony, I guess.
What are you talking about all of a sudden? Are you saying that you don't want to marry me anymore? Is that it? Are you cheating on me or something? Is there another girl that you have your eye on that maybe you'd prefer to be with?
Of course not. How could I possibly want anyone but you? Why are you understanding it that way? I'm not cheating. Of course I want to marry you.
So what do you mean by saying that you don't want to have a wedding ceremony then?
The wedding ceremony is a burden, that's all. I'm scared of going to the wedding venue, and I'm scared about standing in front of all those people.
What do you mean? Is this something that a fully grown adult should be seeing?
I can't help if the thought of standing up in front of all those people scares me, can I? I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to think about it anymore.
Really? He said that he didn't want to have a wedding ceremony? Yes, I don't know what's got into him lately. I really don't. Has he said anything to you at all, Mom? If he says he doesn't want to, there's not much to be done, I guess. They say that people can have a change of feelings before the wedding ceremony, don't they? Do you think it's something like that? I guess it must be. The wedding ceremony is only a few months away now, though. Even so, we've been getting everything ready for about a year now, and he's suddenly saying he doesn't want to do it, and that he's scared of standing up in front of all those people? I don't think it's something that I can just ignore. Well, he's always been really sensitive, though. You know that. I guess he's just getting worried about this and that now that the wedding date is getting so close. It's not a big deal. You're too kind-hearted and generous, that's your problem. Other girls would just put it down to wedding blues or something like that and just ignore it. People can get like this before their wedding. That doesn't make sense, though. You can get a bit worried or depressed about it, but how can you tell your future wife-to-be that you don't want to have a wedding ceremony? And what am I even supposed to answer? It would be ridiculous if I just went, okay, then let's not get married. Are there any other options that you could consider? Like putting it off for a while or something. It's only a couple of months away now. Everything's sorted for it. How can I just put it off for now? We'd have to pay huge cancellation fees, and to be honest, I don't want to put it off. Do you think it makes sense to put off a wedding for no reason at all? No matter how good I've been to you and how well we get on, do you think it's okay for you to talk to me like that? I am going to be your mother-in-law. You should be careful how you speak to me, especially concerning my son. You're just totally ignoring his feelings. He could be acting like that because he's feeling a bit depressed, but his feelings can change. Which is more important to you, the man that you have chosen to be your husband, or a stupid wedding ceremony of empty formalities? It's not empty formalities. It's a part of getting married. You're just thinking of him in all of this, and nothing else. It seems to me at the moment that I'm the only person who wants this wedding to go ahead. Shall I just cancel the whole thing like Dave wants then? No, of course not. Why are you talking about canceling a perfectly organized wedding ceremony? I thought that's what you wanted me to do. You said he might feel differently and not want to get married, didn't you? Well, if that's the case, surely it's in everyone's interest to cancel it. I'm feeling pretty bad about it all now anyway. If I cancel it, all these things will be resolved, won't they? Why do you have to say things like that? I said I thought it might be a good idea to put it off a bit, not to cancel it. There really isn't a difference between putting it off and canceling it, to be honest. Of course the two things are different. Don't cancel it. If you really don't feel good about all of this, maybe you should try talking to Dave about it a bit more. If the two of you talk seriously about it all, surely you should be able to reach some kind of a decision, don't you think? Hearing the same things over and over again made me feel a bit strange about the whole thing too. I mean, how could it not? It's a very strange situation to be in, don't you think? After all, it wasn't only me preparing for this wedding. We did a lot of it together. In the beginning, he was even a lot more enthusiastic and excited about it all than I was. I was always looking things up and going to various places to find out information and things like that. His attitude suddenly changed. Him suddenly appearing indifferent and saying he didn't want the wedding ceremony and that it was burdensome was very strange to me. I just couldn't understand it. I became certain about what was going on after talking with my future mother-in-law that time. The two of them were trying to make it so that I wouldn't go through with this wedding. But they weren't trying to make me cancel it. What was it that they wanted? How were those two things linked? It was really hard for me to understand the truth behind their actions.
Kathy! Kathy!
Oh, Sarah, it's you. What on earth is the matter?
Mom and Dave didn't seem to be able to come to a conclusion, so I've come here to talk to you myself.
Excuse me? What kind of conclusion? I don't really understand what you're talking about.
Why aren't you letting me take over your wedding ceremony? It's really urgent. Why are you still not letting me get married in your place?
Pardon? Letting you get married in my place? Hang on a minute, what are you talking about?
Mom and Dave said that they've already spoken to you about it. Are you pretending not to know about any of this or something?
No, I'm not pretending. I actually have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean, letting you get married in my place? You taking over my wedding ceremony? What do you mean?
Oh, don't feign ignorance, Kathy. You know everything, don't you? I mean, you know I'm pregnant, don't you?
What? You're pregnant? What do you mean? You aren't even married yet, are you? How are you pregnant?
Well, these things are always a possibility if you have a boyfriend, aren't they? Why do you seem so shocked about something like that?
I understand that things like this can happen, but what I don't understand is what all of this has to do with my wedding ceremony.
Did Mom and Dave really not say anything to you about any of this? We've agreed for my boyfriend and I to get married in your place.
You mean that you're going to get married when we were supposed to be?
It's not like your wedding is urgent or anything. You've already been dating for over 7 years after all, haven't you? It'll probably not make any real difference to you even if you did get married. You aren't pregnant or anything like I am either. Like I said, your wedding ceremony isn't urgent, but mine is. I'm pregnant. I have to have the wedding ceremony really soon so I can wear a wedding dress before I can tell that I'm pregnant.
Well, then you can book a venue and sort it out yourself, can't you? Why does that mean that you have to steal my wedding ceremony?
Do you really think that's as easy as all that? All the good places around are all booked up, so I can't book it when I want to. There are only really rough, rubbish-looking places left, and I can't bear to get married somewhere like that. My boyfriend is from a pretty rich family, too, so we have to get married somewhere good.
Well, then you could leave it for some time and have your wedding ceremony after you've had the baby then, can't you? You can get married on paper first and then have the ceremony later.
I don't have any time for any of that. I've told you, how can we possibly get married after I've had the baby?
His parents are already really mad that I've managed to get pregnant out of wedlock. They'd love it if I got married after having the baby. The best solution that I can think of is for us to get married on the day you arranged instead of you and Dave. We've already paid the deposit and handed out all of the invitations in our names. How could we possibly just give the wedding ceremony to you? How can you just give someone your wedding ceremony? You're talking absolute nonsense. Why is it nonsense? I think it makes perfect sense. Anyway, it's really urgent, as I said, so just let me have your wedding ceremony. Quickly! Let me know where you've booked your wedding dress to. I'll have to cancel your dress and get one in my size, so you better tell me now. Hurry up!
Kathy, I'm really sorry. Sarah went running out of the house muttering about something this morning, but I never even dreamt that she was going to be going to your place.
Is that all you have to say to me right now?
Pardon? Oh, I see.
Sarah said that we were going to give our wedding ceremony to her amongst other things? What on earth is she talking about? She was talking like you and your mom already knew about it and even had agreed.
I was going to tell you about it, honey. Sarah managed to get herself pregnant, you see, so she's got to get married quite urgently.
I understand that, but so what? What does that have to do with our wedding ceremony? How can our wedding ceremony that we have spent so much time planning and organizing suddenly become Sarah's?
Well, we've been dating for quite a long time and our families know each other, don't they? We're pretty much a married couple anyway, don't you think? But I just feel really sorry for Sarah because her future in-laws are not at all impressed with her being pregnant before they've even got married. So I just thought that we could help to make them forgive her even a little bit, that's all.
What does that have to do with our wedding ceremony? Stop beating around the bush and tell me straight, will you?
Sarah hardly has any money saved up, and there is a big difference in wealth between her boyfriend's family and ours, you see? We just thought that it would be good if our family could at least sort out the wedding ceremony for them, that's all. We've already got everything ready for our ceremony and are just waiting for the date to come around, aren't we? If we just change the names to Sarah and her boyfriend, that would be it all done.
So you thought that changing the names would be fine and told her she could have our wedding ceremony, did you? Stop talking such rubbish. How can you just change the names of the bride and groom? What about all the invitations that we've sent out? Did you think that you could just change the names on those as well? Even though we've already given them all out? Why don't you phone the wedding planner and ask her? I said call the wedding planner and see what a professional has to say about your stupid plan.
How could I possibly tell her something like this?
Why are you telling me then? You must know yourself that this is a ridiculous idea.
Well, I thought that you'd listen and at least try to understand what I was saying. I thought that we could talk it through and maybe just change the names on the day ourselves.
Me? Understand this? Please stop talking such nonsense, will you? How could I possibly understand? This is our money, our time, our dream wedding day. How could you expect me to just hand it over to your sister like it means nothing? Why do I have to understand and agree to something like that?
You're saying that you can't understand why I'm asking you what I am? I didn't think that you were that sort of person. How can you not even let a person you've treated as your little sister use your wedding ceremony when she's as desperate as she is?
I just can't, okay? Why am I expected to just understand when you're talking absolute nonsense like you are?
Are you really that selfish? I can't believe you sometimes. You've really gone too far this time. Don't you feel even a little bit sorry for Sarah? She's pregnant and needs to get married as quickly as she can before you can see her stomach.
Why should I feel sorry for her? She's pregnant, not dying. It's all of her own doing, isn't it? I should feel sorry for your sister because she got herself pregnant and give my dream wedding to her? Is that what you're saying? What if I did let her have it? What about all the money we've spent arranging and booking everything? Is Sarah going to pay us all of that back?
Of course not. How is she supposed to pay back all of that? She doesn't even have any savings. How can I ask her for all of that money back?
Why? I thought you said that her boyfriend is from a wealthy family. You said that because he was from a wealthy family, they had to have a big wedding, didn't you? You can ask him for the money then, can't you? If you explain the situation to him, I'm sure he'll understand and pay you the money back.
Why do you keep talking such nonsense? Haven't you listened to a word I've been saying? His family are already against the wedding, I told you that. How could I possibly ask them for money?
So she's going to just take the wedding ceremony that we've shed blood and tears doing all the work for and not even pay us back for it?
I told you not to talk about her like that, didn't I? Why do you have to talk like that? If you say things like that, it makes Sarah seem like a bad person, doesn't it? Are you slighting my little sister?
What else could I possibly do? This is all just too much, don't you think? I understand everything now, though, at least. The whole reason you suddenly went all strange and decided you hated the idea of having a wedding ceremony was in preparation for you telling me this, wasn't it? You don't want to have a wedding ceremony, but if we cancel it, we'd lose a lot of money, so we should just give it to Sarah and her boyfriend instead. That was your plan all along, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't really it.
I don't want to hear any more about any of this. If you're going to keep going on about this ridiculous plan, I think we're going to have to think a bit more about what we both want. For now, I am sick and tired of the whole thing.
Oh, Kathy!
Why are you being so stubborn and thoughtless? You really have gone too far this time. Don't you even feel a little sorry for Sarah? I have just told your son to stop going on about this. Now it's your turn, is it? I don't feel sorry for her at all, not in the slightest. Anyone would think that you were a great mom trying to look after the daughter she was marrying off because she felt sorry for her. What did you just say? I am not giving her my wedding ceremony. I don't feel a bit sorry for her either. It's all of her own doing, after all. Don't you understand what I'm saying? Do you want me to tell you again? You really are cold and selfish, aren't you? I expected better from you. I thought you thought of Sarah as your real little sister. Obviously not. How can you be so cold towards her? You're saying that I am the selfish one, are you? Don't you think expecting someone to give you the wedding ceremony that they had spent hours planning and a lot of money organizing for free isn't selfish? Be quiet. Just do the right thing and give it to her. Up until now, I thought of you as family and tried my best to treat you well. So stop being so cold-hearted and give the wedding to Sarah. You don't need to contribute anything when you get married, so just give Sarah the wedding, and while you're at it, you might as well let them have your honeymoon as well. So, you want me to just give her our wedding ceremony and our honeymoon? Maybe we should just give her our new marital home while we're at it, hey? Yes, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that. That would be great. The two of you could move in here with us, and they can have your place. We have to sort out the most urgent problems first, of course. The rest can wait. We're as good as family anyway, even though the two of you haven't yet got married. Don't you agree? You can sign the marriage documents, move in here while you're saving up for your new place, couldn't you? You make a lot of money. There's no need for you to be so cold to Sarah. You'll make back what you spend on the wedding in no time, after all. Let's stop fighting about this now. Let's just let Sarah have your wedding, huh? I really couldn't believe what I was hearing. My mother-in-law wanted me to give my wedding ceremony to her daughter so she could get married. If they were really that short of money, they could just get married on paper and have the ceremony at another time. At the end of the day, it's not my fault that Sarah accidentally got pregnant, is it? I had saved for a long time for that wedding and really didn't like the fact that my mother-in-law was trying to take all that time and money and give it to her daughter just like that. To be honest, I was even more annoyed by Dave's reaction to the whole thing. It was ridiculous to me that he was willing to just give everything to his little sister because he felt sorry for her. Like it was only his time and money that had gone into planning the whole thing. If they really wanted or needed to get married, surely they should sort it out themselves, don't you think? Why did I have to lose out on everything because of Sarah's mistake? No matter how much I thought about it, I couldn't accept or understand what they were trying to make me do. After I'd been thinking about what I should do next for a few days, they finally managed to make the decision for me. Kathy, why haven't you called once in the last few days? Jean, why do you keep calling me all the time? You need to hurry up and give Sarah your wedding ceremony so we can start getting ready for it. She'll need to have dress fittings, and we have so many other things to do before then. Why are you still dawdling like we have all the time in the world? I've already told you that I have no intention of giving my wedding ceremony to Sarah. Why are you talking like I'm definitely going to give Sarah my wedding? Are you still going on like that? I told you before that that's not the way that family should act toward each other, didn't I? Even if you agree to giving it to Sarah right away, we'll only just have enough time to sort everything out. Why are you being so greedy? Why is it greedy for me not to want to give the wedding ceremony that I have both planned and paid for to Sarah? You should always be willing to concede to your younger siblings. That's just how things are. Maybe you didn't know that growing up without a younger sibling like you did. You should always protect and yield to your younger siblings. How on earth have I gained a daughter-in-law who doesn't even know that? I'll teach you everything you need to know, so hurry up and give the wedding ceremony to Sarah. Family? Oh, don't make me laugh. I really can't take this any longer. What are you talking about? I need to get Sarah's wedding ready. Give her the ceremony right now. No, I'm not going to. I'll just stop being your family. I don't want to be part of your family anymore. What? You don't want to be a part of our family? What on earth do you mean by that? I mean exactly what I said. You said that families have to feel something for each other, didn't you? Well, I don't know what those feelings should be, and I don't want to learn about them either, so I've just decided to not be a part of your family. I'm not going to show any of you any love or affection. I'm just going to put a stop to the whole wedding. You're talking rubbish. How can you say something like that? How can you talk to your mother-in-law like this? You've dated my Dave for years. Are you just going to mess him around now? Have you lost your mind? Your family have made me lose my mind with all this crazy talk of giving Sarah my wedding ceremony. Surely you must understand that. You aren't even my mother-in-law, and you aren't ever going to be either now, so I can say whatever I want to say. Pull yourself together, old woman. I can't believe you're talking to me like this. Well, we aren't family anymore. We weren't ever really family anyway, were we? We never signed marriage papers or had a wedding ceremony after all, have we? I was never your daughter-in-law, and you were never my mother-in-law. I really regret listening and being polite to you all now. You know, I don't know what I was thinking. Are you really not going to marry Dave? You're going to throw my son away, just like that? No, I'm not going to marry him. I don't want any more to do with the people who were trying to make me give the wedding that I put all my time and money into to Sarah, just because she accidentally managed to get herself pregnant. Why would I want to be a part of a family like that? I'm throwing away your son? I guess I am, yes. Let's just say that I am. I'll just pretend that the whole lot of you are trash and I'll throw you all out. Don't contact me anymore, okay? I'm going to cancel the wedding ceremony. You can book Sarah's ceremony again in the place of the one I've canceled, or not. That's your choice.
Hey, what is all of this? What do you think you're doing?
Oh, it's your turn again this time, is it? What's wrong this time?
What is all of this? These crazy bills? Why are there so many zeros on these numbers?
They're bills for the cancellation charges of our wedding, of course. I canceled the wedding, the food, and the honeymoon, you see.
What? You've canceled it all already? Even if you've canceled it, where have all the bills come from? Why are the cancellation fees so high? All we did was cancel a few wedding things.
How do you not know? If you arrange a wedding and then cancel it, you have to pay cancellation charges for each of the things we've booked. We agreed to get married on a certain date, so everything was prepared so that could happen. Now we've canceled it, that all needs to be changed, so we have to pay a cancellation fee. That's just how these things work.
Why did you cancel it all anyway? If we aren't going to get married anymore anyway, we could have just let Sarah get married to her boyfriend in our place, couldn't we?
I see that you're still more interested in Sarah getting married than you were by the fact that we're no longer getting married then. It's nice to see you've got your priorities straight. I don't understand why you still aren't listening to me. I told you before that the whole idea was ridiculous, didn't I? Just change the bride and groom's names and get married in someone else's place. It's impossible. Why don't you go to the wedding venue and ask them if you can just change the bride and groom's names and carry on with the wedding? And maybe you'll finally listen to me and realize how ridiculous you're all being. We have to pay all the cancellation fees, whatever happens, of course.
Why do I have to pay all of this, though? You're the one who decided that you didn't want to get married, aren't you? I can't believe you're trying to make me pay it all. It's ridiculous. Stop talking such rubbish.
I might have been the one who decided that I didn't want to marry you, but the reason for canceling was you and your family making ridiculous requests, wasn't it? I've paid the reservation fee, so you can pay the rest. I guess it will be quite a bit more than what I've paid, but there's nothing I can do about that.
What do you mean we made ridiculous requests? What were those ridiculous requests, then?
I think you need to sort out how your family thinks before you'll understand. Your whole family was pressuring me to give my wedding ceremony to your sister. If you want me to pay more, you'll have to try suing me or something. I'll get a lawyer and send them the evidence of the phone call your mom made to me and of your sister charging into my house and pressuring me to give her my wedding. I know that I can easily prove that your family were the reason for me calling off our wedding.
Did you think that I was just gonna let you get away with this or something? I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna get my own lawyer, and I'm not gonna let you get away with this. You just wait and see.
Fine, go on then. Do whatever you want. So, we ended our nearly 8-year relationship, and I called off the wedding. My ex's family were really against all of it, of course. How could you call off the wedding over something like that? Don't you have any feelings for us at all? Is not getting married on that exact day such a big deal? They all started shouting and begging me to change my mind, saying that they were sorry for what they'd all done. I knew that they would act like that, to be honest. After all, I make a lot more money than Dave, and they knew that they couldn't pay all the cancellation fees or win a lawsuit to make me pay them, so they had no choice but to beg me to change my mind. They wanted me not to call off the wedding and to get married when we were going to in the first place. They also promised not to mention giving the wedding to Sarah again. However, I had had enough of their nonsense. I blocked all of their numbers and started only contacting them through my lawyer. Now that my long relationship with Dave was over, I felt kind of lost and empty, so I got one of my friends to introduce me to someone. I started dating this guy who was a lot wealthier than I was, and we ended up getting married after a few months. I decided that at the end of the day, it really didn't matter how long you had been dating for, because no matter how well you think you know each other or how good a match you are, everything changes when marriage is brought up anyway, so I decided to just marry him. Luckily, my new husband and I get on really well and hardly ever fight. We're enjoying our new life together. The family who nearly became my in-laws said that they had been to see a lawyer, but they never ended up suing me. They didn't have any evidence of what they were saying I had done, when I, on the other hand, had a lot of evidence showing how they had acted toward me. In the end, Sarah didn't end up getting married, and the family was laden with debt from all of the cancellation fees. When he found out that our wedding had been canceled, Sarah's boyfriend realized that there must be problems in the family and immediately decided to break up with Sarah. To make matters worse, it turned out that the baby wasn't even his, so Sarah couldn't even get any child maintenance from him. I've heard that Dave, Sarah, and the baby are living with their mom. I now realize why Sarah was so eager to get married as soon as she possibly could. Anyway, this was the story of a family that lived to use others. If you happen to have people like that around you, I suggest that you run as far away as you can.
I can't take any more of this. So you're saying that the baby wasn't even your boyfriend's?
Apparently not.
Have you got him tested to find out?
Tom went to get him tested without me knowing, and they weren't a match.
Those tests alone are several $1,000s. Surely we need to know who the real father is at least. Then we can leave little Johnny with him or make him pay child support. Something at least. You're just messing around at home pretending to look after the baby. Why do I have to work to pay for you and the baby as well as myself?
I am your only sister. If you feel sorry for me, that's the least you can do, surely.
I don't even feel a little bit sorry for you. I feel more sorry for myself having to put up with you all. I'm gonna leave this ridiculous excuse for a family now, so you'd better hope that Mom and Dad will help you out.